Yo! So a few weeks back, I finally hit 10K on Instagram, so huge thanks if you follow me. Shortly after that, I asked my followers to ask me a question because I was going to do some sort of 10K Q&A or AMA. So everyone asked me questions, and then I just went like... Okay, I'm sorry, okay? It's just editing videos is a lot more work than it looks. Anywho, let's get right into answering your questions. Okay, so I'm going to address a question I get the most, and that's where I get my backpack. Short answer is I get it online, but if you want a more detailed answer and kind of where I got every single one, I made a YouTube video about that, so, check that out. Next question is, what's the best beginner bike? This is kind of a loaded question because each person is going to get a bike for a different reason. Like a Honda Grom or a Kawasaki Z125, those bikes are awesome. They're super fun. To me, they're like go-karts for bikes. They're very forgiving. I think you should check those out. How long have you been riding? Which age do you drive motorcycle? Interesting. I've been riding since I was able to get my motorcycle license, and that was 18. I'm not going to say exactly how many years, but it's been well over 5 years I've had experience now. What got you into riding and what's your dream bike? Nothing really got me into riding. I just really loved bikes since I was a kid. My favorite bike I've ever ridden was my friend's S1000RR HP4. I think it was a 2010, 2011. I'm not sure. But that bike was amazing. As for my dream bike, it's definitely going to be the Ronin 47. It's totally customized wheels that were made out of Colorado. They only produced 47 ever. They have an amazing story and the bike is absolutely insane. If you haven't heard about them before, I highly recommend you check them out. God damn it, Gareth, get out of here. Which would you choose, your bike or your puppy? If you're talking about Goku, that's a really easy answer, 100% Goku. Can you get Goku a seat for the bike? Well, not for the bike, but I was considering getting him a backpack and letting him ride with me. But then again, that sounds super dangerous. And like anything that happened, it's not worth it, man. Like I love him too much. Do you like cats or dogs? No question, but great shot. Greetings from Germany. Thanks, Keen.34. What's up? Hello, White Russian LA. White Russian La. How old are you? Oof, things got personal here. I am. What's your favorite gym exercise? That's random. I would say shoulders. I'm down to do shoulders. What's your dream job? I don't really have a dream job right now, but if you were to ask me when I was a kid, I would have definitely said race car driver. How long have you been riding? I answered that one. What was your first bike? My first bike was a 2007 Honda CBR 600RR. I freaking missed that bike. Want to grow on Instagram? Message me word grow. What can I say? I'd really like to know. What do your feet look like? Okay. Moving on. Okay, I'm a curious person, so I have to translate this. Oh, you son of a... Do you do any gaming? Yeah, I game. Are you planning on doing a Ride Vibes trip with the crew? Not sure if you're talking about some sort of meetup or not, but if that's the case, then nope. Scale of 1 to 10, what is your favorite color of the alphabet? Hentai. Will you ever consider riding a turbo Busa? Like a Hayabusa? Hell yeah. Dude, I'd ride anything. That sounds dope. Hella scary, but dope. What is the end goal to anything you do? I don't really focus on the end goal. I focus on what's in front of me. And also, it's important to me to see things through. That's most important things. To be accountable. So what's a well-priced helmet that is also safe? I'm actually a strong believer in investing into a really good helmet because at the end of the day, that is your head that you're protecting. What day of the month were you born on? Interesting selection of words. For month, November. Day, 28th. Only one of those was true. Which is my favorite color of my backpacks? Definitely the original one, the blue one. Pizza? Pepperoni. So if you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? I think I'm gonna say sushi. What is your opinion about the Yamaha VMAX? They look dope. They sound pretty great. But then again, I only saw one that looked great and sound dope. Why don't you do a face reveal? Is it confidential related or work? It's none of those things. The fact is, when I started my account and started to edit my photos, I found skin tones to be really hard to edit. So to make things easier on myself, I decided to just not show any skin tone. So yeah, that's really all it is. Do you like to read books? I'm gonna have to say no because my attention span isn't that great, but I do love a good story. If the book has a really good story, I'm all for it. Why are you so cool? Why are you so cool? Ariel chirp. What's your favorite movie? Oh, that's easy. Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. So this person is asking about a tutorial video about how I edit my photos. I don't intend on doing any tutorial videos simply because my style changes all the time and everybody has different tastes. But I do have a couple of videos or a few videos on my TikTok that just shows me editing photos. Was that a plug for my TikTok? Guess it is. Yo, check me out on my TikTok. please and thanks. What's a good starter camera and lens for photography? I would say check out the Sony a6000, Canon T5 or T6 series, and the Nikon D3500 or D3400, one of those cameras. What bike do you ride? I ride a 2010 Buell XB9SX, also known as the Lightning. Camera settings for night, are you shooting aperture priority or do you shoot in full manual? The thing about night photography is that if you're going to shoot at night, you have to have a tripod. I mean, if you don't have one, it's going to be super hard. But yeah, low shutter speed, your aperture should be super low. I started shooting manual straight from the beginning. I never really shot in other modes, which I probably should have because that would have made my life a lot easier. But now I'm just used to it. What camera do you have? I have the Canon T6S. Do you use Photoshop to match your reds of your bike or is it a filter? Despite what people think, I've never used Photoshop for any of my photos. I don't use any presets or filters or anything like that. Every single photo that I've edited so far has been in Lightroom. Is your main interest motorcycle related or do you enjoy photography in general? Is it a hobby or something you want to develop into a career? Yep, I definitely enjoy photography just in general. Motorcycles definitely isn't my main interest. I mean, there's other things I enjoy. It's just for social media, it's been motorcycle focused. For quite some time, a lot of people have been telling me to become a photographer and do it as a business. I never felt like I was good enough, but only until recently I felt like I'm gonna try to give that a shot. So yeah. What do you keep in your backpack? Everyone wants to know. A lot of people actually do ask me about that and assume that I carry not so much, but I actually carry quite a bit. I mean, camera stuff, extra gloves sometimes, my GorillaPod, batteries, etc. So I think I'm gonna make a video on that actually, just what's in my bag kind of video. Which road are you looking to ride on? Can be anywhere in the world. I personally would love to ride on Mount Fuji or north of Italy. I would definitely want to be in Japan. All the roads from like Initial D, Mount Fuji would be dope. What is called? The Hakone Turnpike would be sick. I think that's what it's called. And all the places where they do the toge. I think it's the Gunside toge, but that would be like mint. That's where I'd go. How many bikes have you had? I've had two. My Buell is one that I have now, and I used to have a 2007 CBR. When are you getting a sport bike? I definitely don't feel the need to get a sport bike. I definitely want one, but I've only had my Buell for 2 years now, pushing on 3, and I still feel like I'm not fully used to it. So not anytime soon. Do you use Mac or PC? I use both. How long did it take you to master photo editing skills in Lightroom? Yeah, I wouldn't call myself a master. I mean, I've only been doing the Lightroom editing for a year now, and there's still so much to learn. The first thing I did was open a program and figured out what every single thing does just to know what it's like. And each time I edit a photo, it just got a little bit better each time. And I'm always open to hearing and learning new things. Also, not to mention, like, I'm not even paying for the full version yet. What are your 3 top motorbike marks? If you're talking about what my top 3 bikes are, just on top of my head, I would have to say the Ronin 47, the current S1000RR, and I honestly really love the Husqvarnas, like the Vitpillins and the Svartpillins, the 701s and the 401s. If you had to choose between an Indian or a Ducati, which would you pick? Funny enough, I took a test ride on an Indian FTR 1200S, I believe, and that was an amazing machine. I love anything that's different, and that is one of the most unique bikes I've ever ridden. If it's between the two, then I'll have to say Ducati, simply because I just don't know much about Indian, not yet at least. Pants? Yes? If you had all the money in the world, what would you buy? I would 100% build a racetrack. Not everyone has access to a racetrack, not to mention that it'd be quite expensive to get on one of them. So what I would do is partner up with non-profit organizations and charities. And if you can't afford to pay your way into the racetrack, what you can do is volunteer at one of those charities or organizations, put in X amount of hours. This way, you're volunteering and doing something good for the world and you're paying it forward. And that would be your admission to the racetrack. But yeah, that's what I would do if I had monies. Do you intend making a bike trip to Southeast Asia, especially Malaysia and Thailand? 100% yes. I would love to just ride in every single country I visit. Oh snap, we got Yelena in the house. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name. I really hope it is. Someone educate me. Anywho, if you don't know her, go check her out. You know what? I'm going to give her a shout out right now. Just as her page. Go follow it. She's awesome. Regarding my face reveal, I don't intend on doing it anytime soon, nor do I ever plan to. I like the fact that I have a helmet on and Mototurtle is one thing and take it off my helmet, no one knows who the hell I am. I kind of like that. Who knows? Things change all the time. We shall see. And yeah, that's all the questions. I genuinely want to say a big thank you to every single one of you that follows me and supports me during this entire time that I've done Mototurtle. I don't know what the future of Mototurtle is. To be quite honest, I I'm always confused myself of where I want to take it. I guess time will tell. Anyways, I will catch you on the flippity flop. Until next time, peace.